All right, my friends, I am so sorry to say that due to technical difficulties, you have missed a large part of working on this painting, but there is still just a little bit more to go. You're going to see right away that there's still some anatomical issues with this lady's arm, and there are a couple of things that just got out of hand, so I'm going to pull them back, calm them down. We're going to try to finish this off.
Okay, the very first thing that I'm going to do is address this lady's arm yet again. I'm just having trouble with the proportion of upper arm versus lower arm, and I realize that I haven't got it right. And you'll see that I actually have to try a couple more times. It's still not right over and over again. And there's nothing wrong with that. You just keep correcting. It's fine to keep doing that. What I finally did is I kind of got close and then I backed up to look at it. When I finally had something that was right, then I added more definition and detail. I liked where her hand was. I liked what it was doing. I didn't want to change that. But her elbow, I just could not get it in the right spot. So I kept working on it. And as you'll see, I finally got it to where I was happy with it. But it took some work. It just took some extra effort, some negative painting. I came in with the blue. You'll see me come in with the blue later on to adjust the shape of the arm. And all that is okay. To readjust and ask yourself, what if? What if I try this? What if I try that? If that didn't work, okay, fine. I'm not a failure. That one just didn't work. It's just a new experiment every time. One of the things I love about pastels is you can correct over and over again until you run out of tooth, which is easy to correct because you just pull the brush out and brush off the pastel that's there, and then you have tooth again. So I'm going to let the music play for a little bit while you watch me correct the arm. All right, so having got the arm in proportion, I realized that the crown of flowers around her head had gotten overly enthusiastically big. They do wear really wide, thick ones at times, and I was kind of going for that, but I'd forgotten. Again, it was a perspective issue, and I had piled it kind of high on top of her head instead of that. I'm working a little bit on the shape, but we don't want to worry too much about the shape of the legs, but we do want to suggest it. So I'm adding some shadows. I'm going to be adding more shadows to the right side, as you're looking at her, the right side of her body and the skirt and her arm and her hair, but also pulling out the tree behind her a little bit more, dulling down that hair. That hair got a little bit enthusiastic there, so trying to put some sky back there and correct the tree. Again, just spending a lot of time correcting, responding, making a mark, respond to the mark. Make a mark, respond to the mark. That's how it always goes. The more you respond, the more you will learn what responses work and what ones don't. But no artist knows exactly how things are going to work out whenever they start. They just don't. It's the physical properties of paint insist that it will be different than what you think it will. I promise. Just trying to correct the color right up near her face, the sky color right up near her face. All right, correcting her face. The face continues to be an issue. I do not want to get bogged down in the details of her face. And I don't want the details of her face to draw your eye too much. I really want you to look at her hand and the sun. I don't want her face to be too dark, which is what was the problem to begin with. It was too dark compared to the rest of her body. But I'm also not being very successful in lightening it in order to get the effect that I want. So I continue to correct that. Again, with pastel, guess what? It's easy. You can just mark over it, or you can erase and start again. I finally reach a happy point there, and now I'm just going to be adding a few little details that aren't matching up with what I want you to see. Sometimes I pick up a pastel that is a harder pastel, and it won't go down like I want it to go down. It might be the right color, but it won't go down like I want it to go down. So I will then change it out. That's part of what happened with the face. So again, adding some shadow form. They wear armbands and ankle bands of flowers, so I'm adding that down below. It was there, but it was a little bit too light and didn't give a sense of solidity, so I added some darker colors. I want to make sure that I have some good contrast. So I'm checking that. Want to make sure that my sunset looks fresh and colorful. So I'm adding some chunky marks, but not too chunky. And so again, just correcting things that are not quite right. That stem, trunk of the palm tree had gotten a little bit obscured, so went back in to try to work on that face. A little bit more and a little bit more. Adding some shadows under the chin to help define the edge of the face from the rest of the body. I'm looking for a color that will add some light to the side of her abdomen there. And also pulling the blue ocean in closer. There was some gap there that needed to be addressed. So I was handling that. All right, gonna add some more stuff, some more detail, a little bit more form to the skirt and the waistband. Addressing the waistband there. It what had been there before, and then it got a little bit obscured. So I'm bringing that in. Again, bringing in some of the blue. And also addressing the shape of the other arm slightly. If you've ever watched hula, those arms, when they're not out moving, are held at elbow height across the front of the body. So my hula dancer's arm is actually a little bit more relaxed than they usually are, but perhaps she's about to move it, so we can imagine that. Again, giving a little bit of definition to the leg. Some more touch-ups for the blue. I hope you've enjoyed watching me create this impressionistic dancer. Thank you for